Oh, yeah, that's right. I was looking into this cool new server technology.
Oh, yeah.
Perseverating. It's Christmas morning every day.
Greetings, squids and squidlets. I'm back. Welcome to This Week I'm Learning, the podcast where we share what we've learned through the week and share our learnings with all of you, our fine, wonderful, inky audience. This is episode 64 in season 3, being recorded October 25th, 2021, and I am your host, Brandon Vader. Also known as Dracanis. Down below me, we have Colton Roper, also known as Seeker4761.
Hello.
The amount of tentacles altogether that
Dirty.
are within this podcast.
Now the inky thing makes sense. Okay.
Oh,
I was like, what the
God
the hell
damn
are
it.
you
You're
talking
about to
about?
be fired, and I'm about to be the permanent host. Jesus fucking Christ.
Jesus. Silly.
Next to me, the always angry Charlie Stiffler.
I'm
Also
not
known
angry.
as-
I just hold you to a higher standard than you hold yourself.
He's just disappointed, Brandon.
I'm just here for the fun. That's all I'm here for.
Yeah.
He is also known as Mjolnir, over there. Yeah, so I got to listen to about 15 minutes of you guys' podcast last week that I missed out on because of work obligations that made us go early, and then an internet outage that apparently only affected my block. Anyone on my
Oh.
block with Spectrum was down for 13 hours.
Jesus.
Glad
Super
we didn't
fun.
wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I got the notification that my equipment was coming up as I was getting into the next town over, driving for work to a place that normally takes me 3 hours to get to, but thanks to our construction and road closures takes me about 4.5 hours to get to now. And then
Screw
I
that.
spent 2 15-hour days there dealing with all of their issues. Yeah. Got some PTSD from that visit.
I bet.
Anyway, but you guys did very well from the 15 minutes I caught. I'm actually looking forward to continuing to watch that episode tomorrow.
Good. I think we earned the view from you.
Hey,
Son of a bitch.
as long as we can get our own people to watch it, that's a win in my book.
I always watch this. I always watch it all the way through. I think I'm almost always the first like and almost always the first view.
To be fair,
I was the first like.
I never watch it, but I always
this
listen
one.
to it on Spotify or something. So I'm the first
I-
audio listen, probably.
I can't stand listening to my own conversations again, so I don't listen to it. Once
but-
we
but
record,
you're-
that's it. I'm done.
But you're listening to our conversations too, Brandon. You can mute. You can just hum a silly tune when you're talking.
Uh,
You could.
it's that whole weirdness of hearing your own voice thing.
We've done
Don't like it.
64 episodes. and Still, come on, Brandon.
Get over it.
I'm still.
Fair enough.
So yeah, how have you guys been the last week?
Good.
Anything
no
new,
issues.
exciting? No issues?
Nope.
Halloween
you-
patch kind of. We went to the pumpkin patch.
We also did that.
Went to the
on
zoo in
Saturday.
costumes. You know,
Nice.
standard Halloween things.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't have children, so I didn't do any of that crap.
Well,
Mm.
it's okay, but you're still allowed in school zones, unlike Brandon.
That's true. Oh,
What?
sorry. Too real. It's too real, guys. Too real for a podcast. Move on. Just don't even follow it up. Just move
Yeah.
on.
Because it's not like I live less than a block away from the high
Hey,
school.
don't tell
Now they know.
authorities
Brandon.
that.
Now you gotta move.
For those audio listeners, I'm rolling my eyes so hard they're probably
not true.
making popping sounds.
We're pretty sure Brandon's allowed in school zones, so it's okay.
Yeah.
That's the fake news part of of the podcast. For
It's
the
not
clicks.
April Fool's. So.
For the clicks.
Anyway, Colton, this week you are telling us that the undead don't stand a chance against a 5-sided building?
Boom. D&D reference. or not. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Trying to think of something, but I got nothing. But Charlie is apparently interested in a whole new angle of attack, and I think that might be the key word. Angle? Possibly?
Angle of attack? Are we talking aircraft?
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Brandon. Point.
Yep.
Speaking of Brandon, crack kills, but you may be able to get your problem fixed some same day.
Crack kills.
So you're going to talk about getting your phone repaired because you're a basic bitch.
Oh my God, is that right? Good guess.
Yeah.
Man, I am
Right.
I am apparently too literal tonight.
It's all right. Go ahead, Colton.
Alrighty, started. Oh my God, so much pressure. What do we do when Cody's not here? So,
And
in
Tim.
honor, yeah. So in honor of the spooky holiday, I actually have a very interesting little bit for you guys. Are either of you guys fans of like zombie movies or TV shows, like zombie TV shows, something like
Absolutely.
that? Yeah, like Walking. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. But like, I like The Walking Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Shaun of the Dead, Night of the Living
Shaun of
Dead,
the Dead.
all the deads. Like,
Zombieland.
3 Halloweens ago, I was Shaun of the Dead.
oh my God, I could totally see it.
I had
You would make a good Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
I had the whole like name tag from the electronics store, the cricket bat, the tie, the white shirt. I'll share a picture here.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
Yep.
awesome. But so obviously these are fictional shows, but there are examples of quote unquote zombification in real life. There are forms of cordyceps fungi that will infect the brain of ants and other insects, force them to climb up to the underside of a leaf, and remain perfectly still so the fungus can complete its life cycle. And if Cody and Tim were here, I had a whole bit that I was going to say, well, this particular fungus is in Thailand, and you probably should watch out for it, but they're not here because apparently they're too important to not be here. So that's fine. We're not hurt at all.
They're out traveling. It's okay.
Their life is traveling. All they do is travel. So apparently, the United States Pentagon learned about this fungus and combined with the cultural zeitgeist from as far back as 1697, which is the earliest instance of the undead/zombies in literature that we know of as of now. The first use of zombie was like in 1812, something like that. But
Not
again,
true.
Oh, is it farther?
Not true. It's older than that.
True, but we're talking in literature and the actual. Oh,
Nope.
What am I
Nope.
missing? What?
The Bible. Jesus.
Oh,
Jesus is the first zombie.
see, Jesus Christ to that is what I'm going to say. Jeez. You're not wrong. So I take that back.
But they didn't use the term zombie. So.
Well, yeah, but
18
technically 1697 wasn't the first use of zombie either. But let's just say we're all wrong, we're all right, and life goes on. So the Pentagon took this information and realized that actually they don't have a zombie apocalypse response plan. So in 2011, they built one.
Uh-huh.
They did.
Con Plan.
And I shared the shit out of it then.
Right? Con Plan 8888-11 is an unclassified 31-page counter-zombie dominance plan created on April 30th, 2011. I read through the whole goddamn thing, and we will post a link in the description, of course. And let me tell you, this thing is actually pretty comprehensive for being a joke, not joke kind of thing.
Right?
The plan contains 3 objectives. 1, to establish a vigilant defensive condition to protect non-infected humans. 2, to eradicate zombie threats. And 3, to maintain law and order during and after the outbreak. It also mentions a very detailed coordination with the Centers for Disease Control, the CDC, which we are all very familiar with now. And if not, where the hell have you been for the last 18 months? Then turns out that the CDC actually has their own zombie preparedness plan as well. So the government takes this shit seriously, again. But so the best part of the whole thing is that 2 pages, there's details on all the types of zombies, including weaknesses and potential dangers. They include pathogenic zombies, radiation zombies, evil magic zombies, space zombies, weaponized zombies, symbiote-induced zombies, vegetarian zombies, and chicken zombies. All 8 are
it's
in
very
this
clear to
document.
me that none of you read the zombie survival guide in college like I did. So there's that.
Oh, yeah, but to be fair, this is what the government recognizes as zombies. I'm sure there's thousands of other types as well. Like, it's kind of funny. An official military document, Plants vs. Zombies, is actually mentioned. That's the vegetarian zombies, as as reference. Chicken zombies.
Boo.
I'm just saying that's in there. I read it. Chicken zombies. Apparently, there's a story from California where some farmer euthanized a bunch of chickens that weren't laying eggs anymore with carbon monoxide, and apparently he didn't do it right. So they all appeared dead, and eventually they all came back anyways. So that's where the chicken zombie reference comes from. So again, official military document is actually pretty funny. The space zombies apparently aren't a big threat unless they're attacking satellites or they make an earthbound landing. It's pretty funny. I highly suggest that everyone should read this thing. It's pretty awesome. But why the hell did the Pentagon even do this? Because it's kind of a joke. But they do explicitly say on the second page that the plan is, quote, not a joke. Real words. They actually have a couple of reasons for this. For one, it was found that this exercise was actually very good training practice for crisis response scenarios, and especially for junior officers in that case. It's a great icebreaker and provides officers who are far from home a fun, relaxing experience while working. Plus, it prevents the U.S. government from political embarrassment on the world stage because, well, if you have a fictional scenario with like Tunisia or Russia that gets out there, that could kind of muddle up some political theaters there. The real world value of this particular plan is actually not a joke. It's real and measured and has been studied by the Pentagon. So, zombie preparedness plan is real. So we've all imagined. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think all of us here have at one point made a zombie plan.
You totally stole my last line. Because I was going to say, so we all imagined what we would do in the event. Literally, that's the word. That's funny. What we would do in the event of the zombie apocalypse. And it's good to know that the brave men and women of the U.S. military are doing the exact same thing on our tax dollars. So, pretty cool though. Like I said, I highly recommend that people should read it. It's a legit plan, and if it does happen, it might be the best official plan that we got. So that's all I got for this week.
So for the last, actually, since I moved to this house and bought this house, I have not implemented the plan. However, every like Facebook geotag of anywhere I've lived for the last 15 years has had zombie in the title. Like when I lived on a second floor apartment, it was the zombie watchtower. And then when I lived in like a house with a really thorough basement, it was the zombie bunker. And
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean,
zombie stronghold.
It's like I said, there are, like I said, with that zombie fungus, it's not zombie ant fungus, whatever. Like, it's not really the official zombie, but it's an outside entity that controls the mind of a creature. Like, if it's possible with insects, maybe it's possible with humans or other animals. Who the hell knows?
You got voodoo.
And there's all these other things, and people can be brainwashed to do crazy things, which arguably they're zombies, and we all are on our phones all day, and people call them zombies. So maybe we're already in it.
Not that far off.
Bath salts.
There you go.
Eating, your friend's face because you're high on Flocka.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yep.
But Charlie, what about this angle of attack and how it needs to change?
So I could not just let this opportunity of a no Cody episode pass without making my topic about drone propulsion and the potential of future propulsion systems. So this is basically a barrel wing. This is made by a company called Cyclotech. And in a moment, I'm going to show the YouTube video in the background of the drone, the large scale, and I'm not kidding when I say large scale drone test. Look how big this drone is.
Holy crap!
This is not a small
Jeez.
drone.
No,
But
that's,
each one of
that's
those
military
fins
grade size.
is a control surface. So it has 360-degree thrust potentials. So you can go up, you can go down, you can go forward, you can go back, like split second, as fast as a helicopter cyclic. So this is not your grandpa's drone tech. This is serious, like egomaniacally awesome drone tech. So this has a number of advantages. Precision. You have the ability to steer in the magnitude and direction of thrust 360 degrees around the rotational axis. Every single rotor allows for a more precise maneuverability. Like, look at this thing fly. Like, they're just spinning in place. And it is truly amazing. And I'm not saying you could walk up and touch the side of this thing, but you're not going to lose your hand if you touch one side of it. If you touch
compared to a normal one,
two axes of it, you're screwed. But,
at that point, you're probably trying to...
Exactly.
Yeah.
And more importantly, better than an average drone, this can fly forward. That vectored thrust can go forward. So this is a true VTOL that can have a transitional flight characteristic and go into linear forward flight. So yeah, this is the control surface. These are the spinning barrels. The direct and immediate control of thrust is ideal for tight surroundings. The cyclorotors provide agility on a superior level that allow to react to crosswinds and gusts in a much faster and more effective way. Instead of tilting a propeller unit, the cyclorotor immediately counteracts the applied force. The cyclorotor is also highly advantageous because it is the thrust and the lift generating source. And so in comparison to fixed wing or tilt rotor or tilting rotor systems like a helicopter, a VTOL, or a plane, the propulsion system control surface can have a aircraft footprint reduction of up to 75%. So you can create an aircraft 25% as big with the same flight characteristics. That's huge. That's just nutty. The transition from hover to forward flight is also seamless. It's also the most dangerous and critical section for a VTOL aircraft.
Yeah.
If anyone's ever flown an Osprey, an Arma 3, if you don't have enough forward momentum before you start tilting that rotor, you're just going to stall and die and lose, $1.2 million credit. Real bad.
That's why I stick to helicopters.
Yeah, exactly. So with this, there is no transitional phase. There's no moving parts that have to go through different phases. You don't have to gain airspeed before your control surfaces catch up and can generate appropriate thrust. This is immediate reaction. The performance of cyclorotors increases with rising speed. Therefore, the energy consumption in forward flight reduces as it is inversely to a hover mode. So hover takes more effort than forward flight because at some point you're going to get passive lift. So flexibility, the perfect solution for serving the market needs as a standalone propulsion system or in combination to conventional flight concepts as a stabilizing or control agent, or all current cyclorotors are fully electric powered but can be used with a hybrid system as well. So, I mean, they are off the shelf, ready to go electric aircraft. This is ludicrous. This is absolutely ludicrous. And I saw this random YouTube video pop up and I was like, oh my God. And I'm hoping that the first time Cody hears or sees of this is watching this episode. And if he doesn't, no one tells him. No one says a damn thing about it.
Anytime he talks about his drone with his traditional thrust vectors and everything, we'll be like, you fool.
You noob.
I need a 3D printer.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I think you need a 3D printer that does carbon fiber. So.
Well, yeah.
Carbon nanotube 3D printers are.
I want a metal one. I want
a little expensive.
No, but I mean, I bet you could you could 3D as long as you used
For a smaller one.
good resin.
I could say with a
You
smaller
could do
one.
something like a racing drone with that.
I think
Oh,
so.
sure.
I wonder how. Yeah, I'll have to do some more research
That'd
because
be
I wonder
interesting.
how the control surfaces work. Like once you get inside of that hub
Yep.
with the individual vanes, I wonder how that mechanism operates.
Think of it like a collective on an aircraft, helicopter.
No, no, no.
So,
I got
are you
that.
talking about the veins? These or
Though the
yeah,
connection to
inside the veins, like from
circular
the
parts.
hub, how inside that hub it actually flips the veins at the correct positions.
Oh, how is it like each cycle
Is it
going from
automatic?
this angle to this angle kind of thing?
Yep.
Interesting.
Probably patented and probably highly secretive currently.
I am sure there's a lot of computer shit involved in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
Hell yeah.
There's a medium to short topic for you. So,
Sweet.
Brandon.
Yes.
So,
the fuck you talking about?
Screen repair, huh? Crack kills.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where'd you go?
So I haven't yet. I am going to probably. Well, so I need to wait for another.
Oh, that's right.
2 weeks.
Your protection plan hasn't kicked in yet.
Yep. So I need to wait for another 2 weeks.
They are not a friend of the podcast, and it's a good thing because otherwise you would be shit out of luck.
I read through and it doesn't say anything about pre-existing damage, so there's that. But I think it's basically to prevent people from only paying for a month to get their phone fixed and then going back off of it.
Kind of makes sense.
But
is this your fancy new Z Fold 3 that's got a crack in it?
Oh yeah.
He done. Were you off that episode?
Yeah, I missed that episode.
Okay.
He done fucked it up.
I did really good. I should honestly actually.
Do you still have I assume you have a picture of your fucked up phone?
Well, I do. Broadcast. Let me switch backgrounds really quick and I shall show you and also remind the podcast of the terrible thing that I did to my very expensive phone. Yep. There it is.
Oh.
Yeah, this is what happens when you don't use a case on a nearly $2,000 phone and it slides only halfway out of your shorts, even though normally it slides all the way out of your shorts when you sit down in the car, and then it just is, laying there on the seat being like, steal me. That would have been preferred to it hanging halfway out of my pants, me sliding my legs out, standing up, and
no.
skating across the concrete as I'm dropping my dog off for what was then a nearly $2,000 operation. Yeah.
But Z will live. That's what
matters. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
She's next to me, pretty much totally healed up at this point. So very happy pupper. Anyway, so after an initial pilot program, Samsung has announced that it's partnering with Best Buy to provide official repairs to over 100 retail stores by Samsung certified Geek Squad employees. These repairs will be just like you'd expect from a first-party service with genuine Samsung parts and same-day repairs for most phones. That is, except for the Galaxy Z series devices, with repairs to those devices starting in early November, but requiring a short stay. It's unsure currently if the simpler front cover glass, like what's broken on mine, or the back cover glass will require an overnight. My hopes are that it won't, but either way, Best Buy will be able to handle in and out of warranty claims on Galaxy S phones from the S8 and Note 8 on up to the most current devices, as well as all Galaxy Z series devices. The example services they include are front and back glass, cameras, ports, batteries, and more. Currently, Samsung has 550 authorized care locations and over 600 independent service providers across the US. Adding in Best Buy should make support and repair for these devices much easier to obtain.
I would hope so. If you're going to spend $2,000 on a goddamn phone, there better be some support behind it.
Yep.
Especially,
I just hope that because they're partnered, and I have the Samsung Galaxy Care, that it is the $29 repair that I would get if I send it into Samsung directly. That's my hope, is that it's that same price since I have the warranty. That's going to be one of the big factors, and also how long it will take. Because if I can, like, go there and spend a night in a hotel, Saturday into Sunday,
are you here for business or pleasure?
I would probably do that.
I broke my phone. I had to drive.
broke.
I had to spend 6 hours driving somewhere.
Well,
to get
so
Grand Junction.
if Grand Junction's Best Buy gets certified, that's 2 hours and 16 minutes. It is half the time to get there than it is to Telluride right now.
The nearest Best Buy to me is literally 10 minutes away. It's awesome.
I have 3 Best Buys within 20 minutes, and I can guarantee that 2 of the 3 of them will be the 2 in Colorado and not Grand Junction.
Probably.
That's
so,
probably
Luke and I might be coming up and borrowing a spare room.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'll bring up some good whiskey in compensation.
Okay.
Bring some of the family wine.
Ooh, I could do that too.
That would.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Fucking love that wine.
I bet Alexis would enjoy that much more. Yep. But yeah, so.
Yeah, that kind of I'm actually in the market for a new phone, and I've been kind of stuck between the Samsung Ultra, the 5G Ultra one, and the Z Fold. And no, not going iPhone. I would go
You
Pixel.
are the
I might
only
go Pixel
person
too.
on this podcast that would use iPhone, Charlie.
To be fair, I've used an iPhone and I liked it. I just
Tim would also use an iPhone.
Oh, that's right.
Tim uses an iPhone?
I think he did at one point. I think he still does.
That's
If only he was here to answer.
Mm-hmm.
Silly Tim.
So I finally found a app difference as I was at one of our stores earlier today doing some other repair work.
Mhm.
The manager there was like, "Why can't I view further than a week out on my Teams calendar?" And it's like, what? Because I can scroll backwards to oblivion and forwards to oblivion, and I've never seen that. And she pulls out her phone, and it's a iPhone SE. And sure enough, she scrolls down, and it stops at the end of the next week, and won't let her continue on past that. And it's like, huh? Okay, that's really weird. Just out of curiosity, can you go to the store, make sure that there's not an update for Teams? Okay, let's uninstall Teams, reinstall Teams. Nope. That's just an app difference between
God.
Android and
That is
Apple.
that's a Microsoft issue. I mean,
Oh,
they need to fix that so bad.
Totally a Microsoft issue.
God damn, that's their business app. They need that to work. That's like the only thing you use. Whatever.
Well, and here's the thing: is like most of our execs. I was very surprised to learn this. Our top several execs actually have iPhones, iPads, and MacBooks. And it's like, wait. Our head of IT uses a MacBook.
Damn right he does.
I was gonna say, if it's secured, if security and things that just work, I mean,
no,
I don't fully disagree. I just can't.
Okay, the other topic I was considering talking about, Charlie, you'll enjoy this, except it's also ARM-based.
Of course it is.
The new MacBook Pro, no,
M1
MacBook
Pro.
M1 Pro. in an 8K render beat out the Surface Studio i7.
Duh.
To be fair, the Surface lineup is kind of crap in terms of performance.
Have you looked at the new Studio?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's still not top of the line for its price. Plus,
oh yeah, no, it's very, very proud of its style.
But Apple's silicon is absolutely incredible, and it's why Google now has their own silicon with the Tensor chip in the freaking Pixel. Microsoft is working on their own as well. It's gonna be fun in like 5 years when there's 30,000 different chip makers out there.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, wait, is this software optimized for this chip? Oh no, it's not. If I want to do that's where I'm worried it's going to go, is like, oh, if you want to do video editing, the only thing you do it on is an M1 chip.
Mm-mm. Yeah, possible. But, I mean, they just have to compile it for. It's software side. They just have to compile whatever programs for whatever particular architecture.
Yeah.
If they're going to do it, that's a whole other thing, but.
There you go. Because that was the whole thing back in the Surface RT era. Is if software developers would have piled onto that platform, we would have had ARM much earlier on in the Windows ecosystem.
True.
Yeah. But yeah,
we'll get there.
There was a little piece of me that was like, ooh, how much is the new MacBook Pro? And then I saw and I was like, yeah, I would rather get just a straight gaming desktop or gaming laptop.
It has a 4 in the first number. That's ridiculous. Then a 6 for like the top tier. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
But
I will remind you that I don't have a MacBook.
It's true. He is a Windows man.
That's true.
I am a Windows gaming machine, PC Master Race kind of guy. Yep. I did experiment in college with the iMac that required ice packs on the top of it to keep it cool enough to run any games with any sort of performance. That's fun, you know. Everyone experiments in college. I just experimented with Macintosh. Some people experiment with drugs and alcohol. I'm a different kind of person.
I also had a MacBook when I was about college age.
I'd take one for free.
Yeah, no.
You wouldn't want the MacBook you would get for free.
Now, I will say, my first gaming machine was a Macintosh Performa with 64 megabits.
Even before they became Apple.
Megabytes. That's yeah. It was before the iMac. It was the generation directly before the iMac.
Back when it had Macintosh on the fucking
Performa 64. And it was fantastic, let me tell you. It, like, the first game I ever played on that computer was Escape Velocity. And it was... If Cody was here, he would be like, fuck yeah, it's great. And
Escape Velocity is great.
Oh, yeah.
Escape Velocity is fantastic. And, you know, I played Descent on that machine. I played all sorts of really good games on that machine. My first gaming machine was a Mac.
Mine was a Commodore 64.
No. Like, we had an Atari, we had a Nintendo, we had an NES, we had all of that stuff. My first gaming computer was a Mac.
My first gaming computer and any electronic style device was a Commodore 64.
Not me. My first gaming computer is right here. I use it as my server
that's a console. It's a console.
The 64?
Commodore 64 is a console.
No, it's not.
Potatoes.
Potato.
No one says potato. No one on earth says potato, except for in this phrase.
Potatoes. Get some potatoes. Midwest, maybe?
All right.
I don't fucking know.
All right.
We have some Halo to play, I think.
It's true.
I'd be down for.
We definitely should be
the game.
playing Halo because we're all old and trying to relive our glorious youth before the world started burning.
Isn't that
When the only toxicity was online instead of in the air we breathe. Air we breathe.
System of a Down.
True. I was gonna say Britney Spears, but I guess that's a couple years after.
Yeah.
Not really
No, it
toxicity,
predates
just
it.
toxic.
All right. Well.
Taste of your lips.
What
Yo, toxic,
are you doing?
Toxic. Little known fact, I was a
Oh.
backup singer on that CD. Anyways, Brandon, should you roll us off, or should we talk? Should I roll us off? Should I talk?
Colton, where can we find you?
When I'm not backup singing on, I guess, mid-2000s awesome CDs, go Seeker4761 on all of the social medias. I also try to stream pretty regularly on twitch.tv/Seeker4761. And I'm also a contributor to the techpirate.net as well. Charlie, what about you?
I am Charlie Stiffler, also known as Milnor, spelled wrong, so I always get it right. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube, which you'll find me on Twitch approximately 5 days ago, if I'm being accurate on
At this
our
time,
deployment
5 days
schedule.
ago, yes.
Yeah. But you're going to find me streaming Halo Infinite pretty damn soon. It's going to be glorious. It's one of the very few games that I will pay full price at launch immediately and not just wish list it until it goes on sale for the first time. This is a game I'm going to play from launch. And the beautiful part about it is it's not going to be a half-baked game. It's going to be a real release.
Oh, shots fired.
Yeah. So it's not Star Citizen.
I don't think... I thought they
or
weren't
Fallout
doing...
76. Or
Yeah, we can talk about it after.
basically any game I've ever played.
Or any
in the last-
triple A game in the last 10 years.
It's gonna be a complete game. Anyways, so you can find me on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Steam. I'm the Waffle Bandit with a 1 instead of a T somewhere in there. Yeah. Brandon, take us home.
I am Brandon Vader, also known as Dracanish. You can find me on the techpart.net. And right now, lately, I've been in New World a lot. And I'm Captain Dracanis on there, I believe.
Much
The
like
Captain.
Captain
Oh,
Crunch,
Captain.
it's an honorary title.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. I don't know. I have the trifoil hat, so maybe I am the captain. Anyway, thanks for joining us on this episode of This Week I'm Learning. You can find us wherever you listen to podcasts, as well as on YouTube at This Week I'm Learning. For you social media peeps out there, you can find us on Twitter at ThisTWIL. If you'd like to contact us, you can, of course, send an email to twil@techpirate.net. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I thought Halo Infinite's multiplayer isn't coming out till later.
But its campaign is coming out immediately.
So it's not a complete game. I mean,
No, I mean,
Ooh.
no. The campaign is complete, and it is done. And I have a feeling by the time I get to the end of the campaign, multiplayer will be out.
you're not going to power through it in 10 hours like some people are going to do day one.
No,
Take
and
the day off
to
of
be
work.
fair, Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3 did not launch with multiplayer.
Really?
No.
I mean,
Halo
I know
1
Halo
did-
1 didn't. But
Halo 1 didn't launch with multiplayer. It was 4 months after Xbox Live. Hey, we should do this thing. And then Halo 2
Halo 2 didn't?
didn't have support for almost 3 months before
Really?
it was live. And then
Fuck, there's
Halo
some
3
TWIL
had
stuff for ya.
glitches at launch, and it was weeks, but it was relatively after.
I honestly did not know that, but I guess
I
never
have
bought
bought
it. I didn't
every
buy it
Halo
right
game
out.
at launch
Yeah, I always
Microsoft
waited, like, 3 or
fanboy
4
is one
months.
thing, but seriously, Bungie and 343, I'm a lifer.
Hell yeah.
What can I say?